Okay, would someone like to make a motion to open the meeting?
I'll make a motion to open the meeting at 5:25.
I'll second that.
Okay. All right, so. Usually, what would happen, I guess at this point, is we look at the minutes from the last meeting,
It depends on what's on the agenda.
hold on, the agenda. Well, the agenda is kind of, nebulous. It's just full build, old business, new business. We didn't specify because that was needing it to
Get the meeting.
get the meeting posted.
If it's not on the agenda, it's difficult to discuss.
It says review of minutes, review old business, new business, what's ready to.
That's
Yeah.
pretty much cover anything. We've got old business, which is the letters
Mhm.
for the approvals and then the minutes.
Yeah, and we also have, in order for the grants to be approved, there's another step that we have to take in the photo, where we have to say the date that we voted and the amount that we have.
Which I think, okay.
But do we, I don't know.
And then, when we met before, I have the first one on the 9th of January, and then we met again on the 12th.
Yeah.
Which was that Friday.
That was one of the other things.
Okay. Yeah.
They trying to reconstruct the records.
Yeah, I just have the minutes for the past two, the other two times that we met. I
We
guess
do.
we got to approve that. Okay.
Yeah, okay,
That's-
did
I'm
you,
gonna do that.
okay, well.
We look at it, and
essentially-
we vote whether or not it needs to be any adjustment there.
So, do
Okay.
you wanna make copies of them so that you can hand them out?
Oh, sure, yeah. I do, how would I do that?
Oh,
Let's go figure it out. That might have been a good idea. Yeah. Then I
Yeah.
have like the new ones. That's fine.
and a serious big Xerox machine.
I'm not sure I know how to use this machine either. Good.
That's one of the issues I'm going to talk about.
10 minutes.
With you now.
There's 3 meetings. It's 3 meetings and 9 days.
We, you know, and I had mentioned, I didn't include everybody because he's still getting used to dealing with this stuff, so and which I shouldn't have done, but you know, I'm really not very good at this, so,
We'll get them in. The good thing is that the meetings are recorded
yeah.
and are posted, I believe, on the Berlin YouTube page.
Yeah.
So if we miss something, we can go back and review.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping we would avoid that if we could. It seemed rather time consuming. Given the fact that I'm still working on these stupid letters, it's
Well, fortunately, we'll have a little break after this, I think. I mean, I know at some point we need to meet and talk about the. We'll talk about that priority section or whatever on the website where we lay out the rules, why and all that. Forget what it's called. Where we kind of say like, this is how we make the decisions around.
oh, I see, how our process,
Yeah.
describing our process.
Yeah, I forget, Larry had mentioned what it was called last time, I can't remember what, it's basically like our council profile, it's like how we prioritize. You know, how we'll approve things. There were some examples too. Oh, no, once we get this back up, this section.
Well, I think when we were starting to do this, we kind of we discussed that, you know, the time we came down to finish.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I think we need to put it in writing, so we can put it in that section. so-
Things like the letterhead and all that. Oh, perfect. I would give them to her on, when I emailed them. Let's see, this is. This one is. One at the top is, that's the second meeting. This was the first one. The bottom one, that's just, that's for today. To fill in that info.
Okay, so this was the first one,
The ninth,
the 9th?
Yeah.
And then the 12th,
yeah, was the second one.
okay,
And I guess then if we approve them today, that would be, fill that in on the last one.
Okay, so I'll make a motion to approve the 1/9 meeting minutes.
Second that.
Good.
I will make a motion to approve one for the 12th,
I'll second that.
right, well, okay, so I guess, again, the old business. After having all that, discussion with myself about sending out the letters, I think I'm just gonna take the ones I have and email them. That, do you think that's, any
Well,
thoughts on that, or?
What did you type up, or what do you have in email?
Well, I actually, if all it is. It wouldn't be just an email, it would be the letter. The approval letter,
Yeah, what did you put for the approval letter?
it would just be. The sample. That they gave us.
See,
Do. That's the direct reference. Right. So this one. The approval letter. For the reimbursement of this,
yeah, if you haven't changed anything else.
no. And just send it up with this. This is one of the links,
Yeah, but there's a second page to this,
and then the other link
and then you have to fill in the information.
on the form.
No, that.
Oh, yeah, that I know, I mean, I know how to do it. I just haven't done
Because
it.
I just want to make sure they're the same, because I know I deleted on the last page. Where it tells you what to send with it.
Okay, can I take a copy of one of your samples?
If you like, I mean, I can go ahead and throw them together. It doesn't take very long at all.
You want to complete the list?
Yeah, sure, I'll complete the list. I can complete the list and throw them out. Because I already got the labels already set up.
Oh.
I did the,
All right, great,
that and the envelopes.
okay,
So I mean, I think I did 6, 7.
yeah,
So there's only 6 more, so I can go home and do them. But this one here is for Nick Zagano. So you should probably take a look at it, read it, and make sure
If the amount, so that the
Good.
amount is okay? I also, I wanted to ask you, where is your office, by the way? That's, you made an offer to me, huh?
My house.
You made an offer, you said I left them on my desk if you want to take.
No, I left it in my mailbox.
Oh.
the selectmen's mailbox here at Town Hall.
Okay.
I didn't want them getting dirty and all messed up sitting around my house.
Oh, okay.
Between my dogs and everything, I ran over here and threw them there.
How many dogs do you have?
Two,
Two. Are they big?
yeah, medium-sized dogs. They're husky and golden, so.
Oh, yeah, that's a.
Lots for my house.
Yeah. Yeah. I love Goldens. I think their disposition is unbelievable.
Yes.
Which is great, okay, so they can just go in and put that link themselves.
You can if they choose to. But otherwise. The only link that they have is to the application, the application's there. They just have to fill out anything.
Mhm. How many people they know?
I believe. You have the 2 pages of the regular one, right, the regular letter? No one find out what
Would you
changed?
recommend?
No, for the same one as this here, without the information changed. We just want to make everybody aware of what it changed, so we can all agree.
Okay. Page one. Did I do it page two? Big difference. Credit and publicity kit, I think that. I don't understand the second page. I don't know where it is.
Was it just the amount and the,
No, there was something on the bottom that was, something that they should send along by remove.
Oh, here it is, wait a minute. We have 1 year from the date of this letter to submit a request for reimbursement, and at the end of the first page. Okay. Failure to meet that deadline will result in the loss of funds. We need additional time. They use this line right place here.
That's the first page.
Yeah, the end of the first page. I just want to make
Yeah.
sure I'm in the right place. Okay, so, if you need additional time to complete your project, request for an extension must be made in writing, explaining the need for additional time. Grant recipients also need the council's written permission to make changes to their projects. Project modifications must be requested in writing. The modifications should not significantly alter the original purpose of the approved application. Extension and modification requests are reviewed on a case-by-case basis and are not automatically granted. You are required to acknowledge the financial support of the town cultural council and Mass Cultural Council in published materials and announcements about your project. Please carefully review and then there's the link to the credit and publicity requirements. This credit is required by Mass Cultural Council. Failure to comply may jeopardize future funding. According to IRS guidelines, grant money that you receive is considered taxable income. Keep the award letter and check stubs as a record of the award for your taxes. There were many worthwhile applications for funding and only a few select. were funded during this grant cycle. We wish you success and thank you for your efforts on behalf of our community. Please contact us if you have any questions. Sincerely, council names and phone number. You know.
Very confused. I did this too long ago.
Because it didn't sound like it requested the reimbursement form
Well,
and the credit and publicity requirement is something that we haven't even, I don't think we have set. With that link sent me to everything that we're supposed to do to set those.
well,
We can't,
I'm trying to see if I can find it.
I,
can't send the final original letters that you sent me.
Would you email them out to everybody?
this is the credit and publicity kit. Right there, is that what you're referencing here?
Yeah,
All right. Well. This is it.
letter writing's just get your organization board chair to sign the letter. So this is everything we're supposed to do. And so that's probably not the link you want to send.
Are you on the site, Steve?
I was just looking to see if I had the letter in my email. So I am on the site, yes.
The place I found this stuff is in toolkits.
Let's see.
Toolkits.
Well, you sent me the link or sending an attachment with the letters? You must have sent me a link.
I honestly didn't think I sent you anything, because the link was in the letter.
No, folder letter.
Yeah, I seem to have access to the toolkit on the spreadsheet.
It's difficult to find. It's very difficult to find. I have a lot of, I don't have a lot of confidence in this.
So here's the main site view.
Okay,
This is what I-
that's- All right, click on. Did you click on that
Yeah.
one? Okay.
This is what I see.
Right. Can you go back to the home page for a second?
Yeah, well.
Okay.
This is what it takes me to apply. I may not have the same access as you.
No, you do have the same access. It's just not easy to find. This is a hideous site to have to play with. And this is why, Kelvin was so helpful, because he was patient enough to go through stuff with. See this is back there?
Yeah, it's just gonna take me there.
There's no place to, see, there's no,
No, like menu.
exactly, over our, just with pencil stuff. Search. Okay. Yeah.
What we're talking about.
There's more. Everything was in fine. You got the switch. No, so this is not what comes up when you hit the link. But, you know, there it is.
Yeah, so this is. I'm just looking to see if it-
Yeah. Interesting, you can't use any of the language, but just. Use one line.
Just.
I got the pages, I mean, I found the email.
You did?
Yes.
All right. See, this is, I really,
So,
I am really.
So we have to send them something else, like besides this letter. Is that what we're?
Yeah, well,
Yes.
two things. The first, they definitely have to get one of these.
That's
Because
a
this
reimbursement.
Oh,
is the
sure.
reimbursement. This, they won't get anything until we get this back.
Okay, so this,
Yeah.
is a this and that. And there's something else we have to send them?
It's a, there are certain requirements that they have to give us credit for. The
Yeah, but I
company
think
credit.
we have to set those, and that's what that kit tells you to do,
We have to what, send them?
set those, set the guidelines for that.
Oh,
We have to create those,
oh,
I think, and I think that's what that is, and that's what that talks about.
This one here,
So when I click on the grant, that link,
you know, I have to say, I was really feeling like an idiot trying to find these things on this website.
yeah, websites are all really personal.
this, I mean, this little bit here, this just tells us.
Them, they have to give us credit.
But that's our.
That doesn't, yeah, that doesn't tell them anything.
No, oh, doesn't.
No, that tells us what we should be doing. Like, you're the one that's to sign, because you're the chair.
All this little bit says is to like write to the state people, state house people, and thank them for the money. That's all that this says. That's like, it says like the right to like. Whoever that is, and like acknowledge the money and just to schmooze with them.
So our council, thank the Mass Council.
Yeah. I don't know, like, obviously there's more on the site there, but
No, this actually. No, I think you're right, this is what they should do. This is for them to do. And it gives them a sample letter of what they should write to the state representatives. So that should be included.
Not, not us,
No,
the people who are getting the, oh, I see, sure.
So we are sending that with a letter and that form.
yeah,
Responsible for
that it should, yes. Only have this.
Oh, yeah, yeah. This monster's not doing me much good.
No, it doesn't. Thank,
No, this, yeah, I am pleased that we received it, yeah. Yeah, I think you're right, yeah. So that's.
I guess that. Someone have everything in it. Oh, down to the bottom.
I really think this should be easier. I really, I.
Everything gets easier once you've done it a few times.
Well, it only gets done once a year.
Yes. I don't even know what I did when I did these letters. What was that? 2 weeks ago?
So one thing we have to do is we have to submit this grant decisions form in order for the grants to move from pending to final.
Okay.
And it does ask a couple of questions, but there is one thing I just noticed on here. So it asks for the meeting date, and we have it for, so we have, that's already filled out. We
Yes,
have
yes.
112, we have form. It asks if we're using any of the money for our own. Cool.
Council thing.
Yeah. And then we have to put in. It actually auto calculates. We have to change the date of denial notification to 112, which I can do, because that's when we sent out the denials go automatically. It asks, so we observe the 15-day consideration period, which we did. Tonight. And then it does say total of applications pending approval, and has that number of $6,819, which is what we allocated.
Mhm.
And then it has the amount available for granting, which is $6,831, so a difference of like $12. However, it goes on to say that the two numbers have to match. So we either have to allocate an additional $12.
Okay,
Or,
wanna put names in a hat or?
or I suppose one thing that from reading the guidelines, one thing that we can do is if under the council program section,
Keep it.
well, not keep it, but use it for administrative.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you could use the $12 towards those. Well,
Oh, yeah, let's do
I
that.
don't know if it will. Says that it's kind of funky because it says that we can. Like it's in here, it says, you can use,
They have to match, huh?
yeah,
Well, I wonder if,
I mean, we could just.
Ellen can do that on her records.
So it does say that you can change the financial report, but I don't know.
You know something, Ellen is a savant with this stuff. I watched her, she has two computers going at the same time. And she did that report, like, I don't know, probably it seemed like maybe 6 minutes, and maybe I'm sure it took longer than that, but it was, she just poof, poof, and it was kind of, she's very comfortable with this stuff. She,
My only concern is I can try to submit it without that change and see if it goes through, but we may not be able to submit it until she changes the financial report.
They said they have to match, huh?
Yeah, so which I did, so total amount granted must equal amount available for granted. To modify the amount available for granted, which turns to a financial report, which we can still get to, so we can probably change it, or again, we could just allocate $12.
We would just give someone $12.
well, we could save it with, like, the
For the
stamps.
stamps. But I just don't know how we go about,
I think that's a question for, I think we should ask Ellen that question.
should I try?
You wanna try it
I could
first?
try to submit it
With different,
with the difference, and see if it goes through.
try it. I already submitted it twice. I figured it didn't let me submit it because of the fact that we hadn't waited 15 days.
Well, I'm gonna send the confirmation to you, Doc, because I have to put an email in,
Okay,
so I'm just gonna put your email.
Because I did, and then we took the votes.
Yeah, that I'm not surprised by, because there's that 15-day waiting period, but let's just see what it does.
Get these letters in.
No, wait a second. It says, American Council's programs. I should just turn around. We see.
Okay, there it is. That's what I changed.
Yeah, so I can't submit it because it says the total amount granted is not equally amount available for grant.
So give administration $12.
There's no way for me.
Oh, no way to change it?
Let me see if I can go. Let me go into the financial report and see if I can do it.
okay.
Because there's probably this section.
Well, I'm wondering if we're authorized to change stuff on the financial report.
Yeah.
Well, here it is. So I can fill in, well, I can try this.
Okay,
I can try to fill in the $12, just, I mean, that was basically public sales. But it won't let me edit it. I have to reopen it. Try that. Yeah, it's really not that good, so that was June. I just don't want it to like
Yeah,
destroy everything back over. I mean, the other option, I guess, would be to change one of the grants by $12.
but I texted, I'm gonna check these.
oh, all right, oh, I forget, that's right, yeah, ask her if we can, did you ask her if we can change it,
Yeah,
or if
She hasn't
she has to do
responded.
it on her own?
um. I would assume that like we wouldn't have,
I have access to do, but I have to reopen the financial report, which.
Yeah.
Probably don't do. That could cause other issues. I would prefer to, I think it might be better off just.
Waiting for her.
Well, waiting for, which means we can't submit the report, which means the grant money isn't technically approved until we can submit that report.
I also have a phone number for, the woman, there's another woman now that
Yes.
is our person.
Thing,
She hasn't been really,
So
great at responding.
who did we, let's see.
We had Galney. And then he left,
Oh,
and now it's a woman named, Simmons. I'm trying to.
Denise Phyllis, is that, I saw that somewhere.
He's not Phillips.
Oh, must have been.
Lisa,
Oh,
Lisa Simmons. And I do have her information.
there was one, I mean, again, one option would be just to allocate $12 to another project, so we,
yeah, so
Like,
like, who did we,
so,
did we give money to like the pumpkin?
yeah, we gave them 1,000.
You wanna give everybody $1?
That's kind of pain. I would say either we give it to, I mean, it's $12, right? Maybe we, the one that we have like a
How
non,
about the library?
Yeah, I am willing to give it to you, whoever's gonna solve this stupid problem.
well, so my suggestion would be that we either give it to the Pumpkin Fest or to the Bagnell PTA. So we gave the Bagnell
Okay.
PTA a weird number, anyway, we gave them 644.
Oh,
So if we gave them
there
$12,
Oh, yeah.
656.
you go,
Yeah,
all right.
yep,
So we have to make a vote.
Okay,
So I'll make a motion to increase the amount of the grant to the Bagnell PTA for the implementation trip by $12, which will take it's which will take it from 644 to 656.
I'll second that.
all in favor, aye.
Right. Change that, we should now. Now 656, and now if I go back. To this, assuming that. Well, we should be Smith. Yes, it's good to know that for the future too, that we have to spend it.
Yes.
that was the,
It's Bagnell PTO implementation.
oh, right,
Oh, yeah. Influence to decisions, and then see if they're in It's a same draft.
You saw the last page, let's get your information out.
Yeah,
Okay, so the numbers now match. So now I should be able to. No, I guess we should vote. Should I submit the report?
Yes.
Okay.
Did that.
um, yeah, this is okay. I don't wanna make changes
We
on
have to,
anything we've already done, but, all
I'll make plenty of changes.
Yeah.
right, going forward, could I use another email address?
No, because that's the email address that's on the council page.
Oh, okay, all right. I have another email address that I get on my spam and,
oh, okay.
but that's okay.
so I also, in order to submit it, I have to go in and formally decline the applications that we deny.
No appeals.
It's just the ones that we said no to.
Yeah.
There's just a button that I have to click.
Oh, yeah, all right.
You mean that, right?
Now, there's nothing on that homepage that has appeals, right?
No, I
I
didn't see
think it
it.
says 0.
I didn't see it.
I didn't either,
So I'm gonna do the
and I did look for that.
phone applications. This would define the nine and turn it down. Batch update in progress.
Nice.
Then I'll be able to submit it.
Good. We've done it out of the way, it's just 13 letters. So do that and
Do you want this one as well? Is that the same thing or?
No, I got it.
Okay. Yeah. I've printed so many of these things and then I get so frustrated, I don't want to see it from. And then I go back and I don't remember what it was that confused me to begin with.
Yeah, see, on the original letter, it was further up towards the top, it said, to, list all the other requirements. Which we didn't have any other requirements. It was, that's what we have to get together and do.
Yeah, I got a phone call from somebody wanting to know if there were decisions made already. Someone wanted one of the applicants.
Yeah, that, because all your information's on the
Yeah, I
website.
know. I mean, I didn't mind getting it, but I was, kind of scrambling in my head how much information I wanted to impart to one person on the phone.
Yeah,
So I was kind of, I was very, I didn't mention any figures or numbers or anything like that. I just said that,
progress.
that it was in progress and that, that we had made our decisions. And that, the consideration that we used was that the people in Groveland were going to be the recipients of, we wanted to make sure that the recipients, were people from Groveland. And I was just waiting for her to ask me how much the grant would be. I said, and unfortunately, we weren't able to. I said, we had, as you can imagine, I said, our budget was less than the total amount of our requests. So we did, not everybody got what they wanted, but, I was just waiting for someone to ask me that, well, how much are we getting? But she didn't, so,
Do you remember who?
oh, I sure do, yes, yeah.
Oh, so that was library.
Yeah, well, she's not even, the title isn't like the treasurer or.
She's on the, board, the trustees board.
Is she?
I think so.
Yeah, I know she's connected to the library.
I did move them all, so
Oh,
pending
excellent.
approval to approve.
Awesome. And then
Yeah.
all the
Okay.
pending declines are now declining.
Yeah, I don't know, now, one thing I don't know is if that triggers the decline letter now, or if it did,
They
really.
should have done it.
It should have done it when I
Yeah.
put them in
Yeah.
pending decline, that's what I thought. the
Yeah.
website says.
Yeah, that was my
least I
understanding
hope
as
so.
well.
Well, then, yeah, it must send it down.
So now we get all sorts of appeals.
I think it said when we were doing it that night that it was.
Yeah,
pending rules. But everything's up to the website, says we have nothing.
all right, good. Then I'll go ahead and do up all the letters. Notice the only thing I really have to correct on the letter that I did is for some reason I have a bunch of hashtags before Goldman multiple accounts. And I will do this a little bit more nicely. I think I will, I think I'll email them.
As opposed to USPS.
And I'll mail them.
So there is a thing in here, Jason, where you can. So it will do like a. It does say, when you export from this, it'll do like a no motion, so it'll give you like the. Yeah, so you use that, the tail export on the top left of this, is that export, image fields. So if you want to have another, you can do it right.
See what that does, because
You
some
know,
of the people put it all in one spot, some people filled it out properly.
This is what. Can't actually, it has all documents about that. Yes, it's
what is that?
perfect. It's just all the contact info from the approved applications, for the ones that we approved, so it made it easy.
For them.
Yeah, just makes it easier for, Jason to send it.
So this is what, I mean, I may never be able to figure out any of this stuff. Makes sense. Jesus.
I just can't do it, I can't, like. it's-
Pretty much everything they had originally.
And then I guess just make note of the fact that you changed the amount of the value.
It should be part of the,
Yeah, I more, I didn't know if you'd already done.
I'm sure, I'm gonna read them all.
Okay.
Just for some reason I didn't catch. How that came up. But it's on multiple ones.
Yeah.
Well, would you like, secretarial help, like stuffing envelopes or something like that? Are you sure?
Yeah. It's no problem.
Well, I thought that was gonna be a very simple process and it turned out not to be. Anybody know what happened to the table that was in this room?
Leave
The
the
big old,
destroyed it.
really? I was shocked when I came in for, elections. That it was gone.
Yeah.
I said, wow, that was such a beautiful old piece of furniture. And someone said to me, oh, no, it was a piece of crap. And I said, no, I would,
There was something that happened in this room, so they had to move the table.
yeah,
Well, they did it for.
oh my
So
God, see?
Sam managed to get it back together, our building inspector,
Yeah,
and he said, don't move.
Yeah.
And so they made other arrangements with these here so they could be easily moved. So they can open up the floor, particularly for the council on aging, to utilize the whole area.
yeah,
And then they got rid of it.
see, and I thought it was such a beautiful old piece. There you go.
It wasn't even real wood.
Yeah, really, see, put a skirt on anything, it looks
Yeah,
bad.
right? That's what I said. I said, save the skirt, we'll put her on the table, nobody know the difference. Just put Velcro on the edge of the
Yeah.
table, just stick it on, pull it off.
Do we have any other items to discuss?
I think the only other thing we have to discuss is, where we're gonna go from the meet next.
Yeah, well,
That would probably be just so we can put together, a list of requirements.
I think that's the one thing we need to meet is put that out before the next.
So that way we can submit to them, so they can get it on the website. And
yeah, okay. The, I was gonna ask, does anybody think there's any I know that we don't have a lot of stuff after this process is gone. Do you think there's any value in us having a standing meeting before any of that happens, so?
Maybe once a quarter. That meeting?
When do these applications start showing up?
Doesn't open.
Yeah, and then they have up to, some of them have up to a year before they close their money.
Yeah, who's the, there is dates in the.
So this form here that we have, like showing us like how much we have. This is done in October. So. It can't be like before, I mean, before then, right? It's right.
What's that?
So like this form, like it shows us like what we have,
The annual report.
yeah. It's, Ellen did it on October, so I was just kind of thinking like generally.
So
The process wouldn't make sense.
the meeting for that, we should probably start meeting sometime, was that middle of October?
Yeah, the 10th, yeah.
The 10th,
That-
so somewhere towards the end of October.
Yeah, and that's like the final report for the year.
Yeah, so it says
Yeah.
the document says that by August 31st, councils must indicate which payment type they'll use by updating their council profile in the online grant system. Application deadline is October 17th. I'm guessing we should
We have to
meet
meet before August to do that.
before August 31st, so I mean, I think if we can probably meet once before then, at least once before then, to find out if who those are got required ones.
Well, the farm list, we probably should do now so we get it submitted to them. So
Yeah.
more people start putting together the next request.
So maybe.
Okay.
Does that make sense? You know, sometime.
Look at that, sure.
Then we'd have that done. We go through the process of updating it for next year.
And then we can set the next meeting, which would be sometime in August, so we can get that up.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, so like all these people that applied. That we're looking at, they have to apply by what, by,
Well, this year, no, by October 17th,
oh, October, okay,
but we have to do some updates on the
Yeah.
website by August 30th.
okay, right. Those requirements, the little guideline things there.
Well, that specifically talks about payment type, but yeah, I would think we should have that. Those guidelines in there by then, and all that as well. That would be nice, but I think if we meet sooner to get those, spend an hour talking about what those requirements are. Then we can submit them through the mass culture process to get our site. Prior to the next grant site.
Okay, and what would be the date for, to have a meeting? Well, when is that required?
It doesn't really say, but I think, let me just make sure. I think our goal should be to do it before the next grant cycle opens, which is probably sometime before. So I'm thinking we do it sooner rather than later, which is not.
Yeah,
So actually, guidelines and excuse me, guidelines and priorities are due by August 31st.
Oh, there you go.
Which we, so, and we don't have those things on there right now.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, so
Like
July now.
and then, yeah, July.
Yeah,
sounds great.
anytime.
just in case something happens or whatever.
We probably don't need one meeting.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I'll do a little bit of research in terms of requirements.
I think there's some guidelines.
Yeah.
There's if you go into the website, there's previous years listed.
previous what?
You can see previous years.
For the guidelines.
Yeah, so like you can open up. I'll go through them and see if there's any that are filled out, because I mean, it goes all the way back to 2004.
Nice.
And I know Larry said at one point that there were guidelines, so maybe he knows what year they did those and we can find them.
Maybe I can look at some of the other ones too.
Yeah, that's another thing you can do, is just look for other.
So,
Yeah.
do you wanna look at a date now for August, or is it too early for everyone to take a shot?
Okay.
I mean, that far out, it's like.
Wide open, right?
Anything, yeah, it doesn't.
Well, I know I have. Normal way of presenting.
Well, Tuesdays are usually the day.
Yep.
It's not like I can't make other days, but,
What about Tuesday? Do we, any chance we could do it in July?
but like I said, I'm pretty free.
Like maybe the July 23rd, is it Tuesday? Sure. we can do that. That way we have a full month to get everything in there, and if we have to go back and forth with the cultural council, and folks to update things, I think that would probably be such like, so do my other thing. Which we shoot for that.
Yeah,
Sounds
July
good to me.
23rd is good.
Want to pick at the same time, or do you want to push it to 5:30?
I think you like.
Yeah, I can do, yeah, I can work something out if it's, yeah, if I have
5:30.
that much, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, that's good. Alright, and then, I think the priorities.
Wish you could set up a reminder, maybe I'd send them a week earlier, so I'm not,
That's fine.
a day earlier.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a really good idea. I actually was at home at 5 o'clock thinking I had a ton of time to get down here. My mind's meeting was at 6:15. And I took a look at the calendar and I went, oh yeah. So I could kind of like. So I just have to remember, well,
Yeah, maybe say 5:30.
well,
Same for the
so I think, I was really kind of, looking at all these things, I was thinking that people had to tell us whether they wanted a direct grant or a reimbursement, and then I read that we choose how we do that and how, and as a town, we've chosen this reimbursement. So, but I
That's what
think
we
that,
choose, that's what we'll choose next time.
but that's okay, I mean, that,
Yeah.
I think that's a better way to
I
do
do
it.
too, I do too. Cause that way we can require. some
Verify it's
proof
done.
that they
Yeah,
actually did.
and it puts more, responsibility on the, buyers.
Requesters.
Yeah, thank you. It puts, I don't know. They don't have to be, it puts,
They have
puts
to
a
fill
lot
out
of
the
work on
form
them,
and,
yeah,
yeah, no, I think it's
it
good.
puts them,
I
so,
think it's good. I like the fact that it allowed it to validate that it's not approved. Yes. I don't think it's submitting receipts or that.
So these, so like the minutes then. So when do we approve these?
At that meeting. We have-
um,
Or whenever we, yeah, so
Yeah.
that's okay.
that's okay.
It's that
I
far
guess,
away.
you know,
It's supposed to be within the 30 days.
it might be,
Right.
if you wanna get a jump on that, if you wanna like email them out, I'm sure we could, all take a look at them and approve them and send an approval back to you.
You have to do that.
We have to be,
You have to do that in a meeting.
but it's okay because to Jason's point, we have 30 days or our next meeting, whichever is.
That's cool, yeah, as long as, yeah. As long as it's, that's the way that it works.
Yep.
If not, we'll find out.
Yeah. We'll do it.
The,
Yeah, really.
yeah, I mean, realistically, we're not meeting, so we can't approve them.
Alright.
Anything else?
I don't think I have anything else off the top of my head, I don't.
Yeah, that's the hard part with, the requirements of what community law. When you send out emails, you start requesting information, that's a meeting violation, because now we're conducting business outside of an open meeting. And the open meetings have to be open to the public. That's one of the reasons why it takes so long to get anything done.
But it's very frustrating because sometimes they're just, every time there's a question or you have an issue with something, and you're looking for feedback or advice.
So I always just say, like with the recreation committee, if I do that, I'll say, reply to me to.
Yeah.
Instead of replying all,
Fine.
as long as I reply only to you,
Yeah.
totally fine. If I reply to everybody, then it's open.
Oh.
So I just put some.
Well, and if you have more than, in our case here, more than two, more than one person reply to you, that gives you an idea of what the board is gonna do, that's no community violation.
So all right, so let's say I get an email from two people, or I can get it from two or just from one.
Depends on what your,
Like if you
You're
send something
asking
out and
questions.
say, hey, take a look at this and let me know if you have any questions. If somebody replies back to you directly, that's okay. If they reply back to everyone, starts a discussion, that's okay.
Well, that's ridiculous. And that's very.
It makes, I mean, it makes sense though, it's, can't,
that way there's no backdoor dealing,
yeah.
everything's out in the open on the TV for everybody to see.
Well, yeah, no, the TV I get, the TV's fine, to say what you say, and there it is, but,
Well,
sometimes
that's the advantage. It is frustrating, especially when you have a lot of questions. So you rely on one person. You open up communication, you ask one person, and you try to make a decision between the two of you. And like I told you, that's like when you asked about the letters being emailed. We'll have to make that decision.
Yeah.
When we
Yes,
get the
the
meeting,
meeting.
yeah. Because that's, if we make that decision, now we're working outside of the meeting and outside of the board. And so we can't really do that. We have to have a complete board consensus. Because you can't get a complete board consensus unless you have it during an open meeting and public.
This is kind of turning into a catch-22 here for,
It works for every board.
I know it works for everyone. I mean, the rules are the rules, and so that's, but sometimes it's hard to understand because, I always say, gee, if I'm writing an email to just one person, I don't want to exclude anybody from that.
Yes,
So now I'm just gonna,
informational
Exclude
purposes.
everybody.
Yeah, send something else saying, hey, I want to make everyone aware of this. We'll discuss it at our next meeting.
That's
Okay.
fine, because there's no discussion there. So as long as you don't ask any
I'm not
questions,
asking an opinion, right?
you're sending information out for everybody to look at. You can do that if you like.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Adjourning at 6:27.
Perfect.